So somewhere before Ishan Kishan came out to bat, he obviously had a quick swig of rocket fuel because he got the second fastest half century of the IPL. Well, he's joined second fastest along with Sunil Narine, both getting it off 17 balls, but he was absolutely on fire. The Mumbai Indians absolutely on fire. They were asked to bat by Dinesh Karthik, and he must be regretting that a bit now because he has to go out and chase MI's 210. 210 is what MI has got. I've got Zaheer Khan and Simon Doull here with me, who are happy that they're not KKR bowlers this evening.
Tough work, wasn't it? Tough work. They had that under control for a little way for the early part of the innings, I thought, but 113, I think, I added up off the last 8 overs.
Yeah.
So they were looking like 175, 180.
Yeah.
And then that innings, or those 2 overs in a row from Ishan Kishan, he took 15 and then 25.
Yeah.
So 40 off 2 overs. All of a sudden, the game turned and it changed, and then a great finish as well.
We've got a little sequence of how exactly Ishan Kishan went about. Just look at it. And just focus towards the end a little bit. Look at all those greens.
Well, when you score 50 of 17 deliveries, I mean, this is what you'll see.
Yeah, it's bound to be that, right? But if you see the beginning, like if you see there's 6, 7, 11... 15. If you see the first 7 balls or the first 6 balls, he's on 11 and you go, yeah, that's all right. But suddenly just accelerates in the next 11 deliveries, and that's because of those 5 6s that he got.
I wish they could do that for me with this Saturday night's lottery numbers.
Yeah, they can.
Can they tell me what they're going to be?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Something like that? Similar?
Yeah, I have that. By the way, you do know, Simon Doull, that people are looking at you to give them the numbers since you get all your predictions right.
No, well, I know, Sibi. I have to make a quick apology, actually, because I've been getting a few tweets through, and then on Cricbuzz, people are saying, just remember that you did say RCB were going to make the top 4.
Yeah.
So I apologise to RCB fans. I am sorry. Officially, from my heart, I am sorry.
Don't lead people down the garden path like that.
Not going to go.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Well, let's not talk about them. Brilliant.
I don't know. We shouldn't, because you know that most of our production crew actually are all RCB fans. So the minute we say they're not going to make it to the top 4, this studio gets flooded with just tears of pain. And we don't want that because we're in nice shoes today.
And the one key KKR fan also is not going to be happy from the production house.
Yeah. That's our director, the KKR fan. Pretty neutral, you know, all of us over here.
Exactly.
Pretty neutral, everybody. He's the guy, if you were following my Instagram, who showed up with a KKR shirt on one of the games. And I said, well played, man. Very neutral. Keeping it nice and clean. They didn't keep it nice and clean today, the bowlers for KKR, especially the last 8 overs. There was Ishan Kishan, there was Ben Cutting. They were just...
Well, Ishan Kishan was the real game changer, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not easy to hit Kuldeep because he was hitting against the turn.
Yeah.
But he's played some phenomenal shots, I think. You know, you can't really do much if someone plays the innings like that. So I think, it's kind of a mixed feeling. Maybe, you know, they've been keeping the control of the game till about 12 overs, 13 overs. But, you know, when someone plays a knock like this, in that game situation, you don't have much of a time to react. Like,
yeah.
you know, he's hit 4 6s in 1 over. I mean, what more can you do? As a captain, can you have asked someone else to bowl that over? No. Kuldeep was the right choice to bowl that over, and someone has played a good knock. So, you know, you have to give credit where it's deserving, and I think Ishan Kishan certainly deserves a lot of credit today because I think his innings really changed the game around for him.
It just flipped gears because we were talking somewhere around the 12th over, 13th over when the 3 of us were talking. We were like, oh, maybe 175, maybe 180. Which at that point, Zach, you said that's going to be enough as well. This will as well serve them slightly better.
Because there is enough help in the wicket.
Yeah, there is.
Like there is enough help for the fast bowlers. If you use the seam well, there is some seam movement also there. You saw with Prasidh getting the ball to go away to Evan Lewis, especially when the ball is new. You know, there will certainly be help, and so that's what Mumbai should be looking to do. They should not relax now because the start can really change the momentum.
Yeah.
So they need to start with their main bowlers. You know, bring Jasprit Bumrah on. Usually he bowls 1 over. Give him 2 overs because
choke them
pressure.
in the power play.
You know, these kind of chases, you are as a team always looking to get that strong hold in the first 6 overs.
Yeah.
So don't give them that, and then you can control the game in the middle.
Push that run rate up quickly. They missed Russell again, didn't they? 2 overs for 16 tonight for Andre Russell.
He's in trouble.
Can't bowl his 4 overs. He just looks, he just looks like he's got an injury. He's carrying something. But he bowled 2 pretty good overs in the context of it. Narine was outstanding with his economy rate, but everybody else above 10. And you know, Tom Curran little bit of misfortune for him. A couple of wide ones that went for 6. Chola was taken.
Misfortune there, but sorry, I also want to say
the no
blasphemy, right? I mean, it's extremely. I mean, you don't say that's unfair. You just say that's absolutely wrong. It's not a no ball. Everybody in the world, everybody in the stadium, everybody, including the umpires, have seen it. Yet there's no rule to overrule that. That just seems just completely
and the
wrong.
worst thing about that, what if there's a wicket falls off that ball? All right, so he's called no ball, and hits it straight up in the air, gets caught, and it's not out. It's instantly not out. And even if you go upstairs and they prove that it's not a no ball, it's still not out.
Yeah.
Because they say, even though it's never happened in the history of the game, the batsman might have heard the call, so he could have changed his shot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't happen. Even if a spinner's bowling, you cannot hear the call and change your shot. I'm telling you, it is not possible.
Yeah.
So I think the umpires, gone are the days the umpires need to be calling no balls. They should stop calling them, because every time there's a wicket or something happens, they go upstairs to check it anyway.
Yeah, so the batsman is getting that advantage,
Correct.
but the bowler is not.
The bowler's not. So don't call the no balls at all. And every time there's a camera and a television screen up in the third umpire's box, and he just pushes a button and said, mate, that's a no ball, that last one. Yeah. Okay, boom. By the time the bowler's turned around and on his way back to his mark, the third umpire's told the umpire in the middle, because he's got all the footage right in front of him. He tells you it's a no ball, game over, done. It's fine.
Line calls, even Wimbledon line calls, you got a buzzer, you got a beeper, take out human error wherever you can, and these are small margins. What if that ball had gone for 6 and then KKR loses by 4 runs? Right? Yeah. All these things are, so that really was a bit of shambles. But also, let's talk about one of our favorites, Ben Cutting. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, all dressed up and never invited to the party, but today he was. Today he got dressed up, not in vain. Our man got his time in the centre and got 24 of 9, obviously peppered the sixes around. Zach, your call on the decision of putting a spinner in the last over when you know Ben Cutting has come to just swing those long levers?
I think that call was made because of Ben Cutting. Yeah. I think Dinesh Karthik saw Ben Cutting on strike, so he gave himself an opportunity, because it worked for him in the past. It worked for him against CSK, but look, that's always a call which you take in the game time, game situation, and you back your calls. As in, yes, on the hindsight, you can see, okay, what are my other options? Russell clearly has been bowling only 2 overs. You had Karan to bowl 1 over. Maybe he could have gone to him, but last over, I mean, by 180 plus is also a good score on this track. I felt so that last call wouldn't have changed the course of the game that much.
What's going on, Dooley, with Andy Russell? We saw he was stretching in between. He fell down a couple of times after the delivery. I'm sure people want to know what exactly the issue is.
Yeah, I mean, KKR won't say, and I understand why they won't say, because he's not off the field. He's on the field, he's playing. He can't bowl 4 overs, so there's something wrong. He did a thigh injury, I think, early on in the tournament, and he came into the tournament with a slight thigh niggle after the PSL, didn't he? So he's obviously still carrying a little bit of an injury and a niggle, but he still wants to play. And they feel that if he can get 2 overs, 1 or 2 overs out of him, he can still win you a game with the bat. And that's the key for KKR. They don't have a replacement. They don't have a genuine replacement for Andre Russell. So they and he is doing everything he possibly can to try and get through games. And at some stage, he's just got to smack 70 or 80 off 30 balls and win them a game with the bat, because then he's repaid all the faith and everything that he can't do in the field, I suppose.
Interestingly, now KKR, of course, have to get 211. Now, in the last 15 games that they've been chasing, they have lost only 1, right, at Eden Gardens. The last 15 games that they've chased at Eden Gardens, they've lost only 1. Would you like to guess who they've lost that to?
Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians is absolutely correct. That MI jinx, that curse is back again. And there you go. That's for KKR fans, they look at MI, they see them coming at the airport, and they're almost like, can we just send them back already?
Well, I'm surprised that our producer's putting this up, because he wouldn't have liked doing this.
Yeah, he feels like if he keeps invoking the jinx, he'll make it go away. It's like reverse black magic.
Yeah, if we keep talking about it, it won't happen anymore. It'll be gone. But bowled out for 67.
Yeah,
that was a bit of an ordinary time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
But they've knocked them out of that that second spot twice as well, haven't they? And over the years of IPL, gone from 2nd to 4th, and then lost the next game. So it's a big night. It's a big moment. Chase this score down. We're going to see some proper batting if they get anywhere near this.
I think Lynn and Robin Uthappa both have
Yeah.
to play some special.
Yeah,
work. I think one guy
it's not
needs
like
to
they
play
have any dearth of batting talent. They've got solid batting lineup there. And as you're right, if you get using Uthappa and if you get Narain and Lin going absolutely nuts at the top, anything's possible, isn't it?
Well, when you're chasing 210, just a 30 or a 50 is not going to help. I think someone has to play a long innings, and has to be like a 80-90 run special innings. Yes, you do need a good start. I mean, if they can get first 6 overs 70 or something like that with Narain's help, wonderful. I think then that much pressure will be off the middle order.
And they have to do that, right? They have no choice. They've got to be scoring at over 10, so they have to get at least 70 and they'll be at par, right?
It's going to need some special effort with the bat.
Yeah.
Narayan sort of, if he can get 30 off 10 balls, that gets them their start, allows Chris Lynn to maybe just have a little bit of a look early on. But I totally agree with Zach. Lynn's got to get 80 or 90, or Robin Uthappa has to get 80 or 90 for mine. And then the likes of Nitish Rana can chime in, and Russell, if he's got to put the icing on the cake, so coming at the end needs 35 off 10 balls, perfect guy to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But if he's got to build the cake as well and get 80 or 90 himself, I just don't see it.
That's not going to happen.
No.
Would you sort of tinker and tamper with this batting lineup as we see it? Because we're imagining it being Narain and Lynn at the top, and then Uthappa, Nitish Rana, DK, Andre Russell.
No, I think
where
DK,
would Rinku Singh come in?
Yeah, I think DK and Russell are the finishers.
Yeah.
So if they can be in a position, where they bat at 5 and 6, and KKR need 15 and over for the last 5.
Okay.
So that's the goal, isn't it? I think get to 15 and over. So 60 runs off the last 5. So they've got to be 150.
75 of the last 5.
75 off the last 5. So they've got to be 140.
Yeah.
Around abouts after 15 overs.
That's a really realistic target, because once you break it out that way, you're going, all right, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's doable. So you've got to attack this target in sort of batches, right? Say this is our power play. We can't let them choke us in the middle overs, and we've got to leave 75 for the back 5 with our finishers there. But who are they doing it against? They're doing it against a Mumbai Indians bowling lineup, which's got a few chokers in there. Remember, if that's the KKR batting again. We'll show you the Mumbai Indians bowling. If you get somebody like Bumrah in there to sort of really turn the screws, and he likes doing that, if he does that, it's tough to get him away if he's on song.
Exactly. I think last 5 overs, 75 runs with Bumrah bowling 2 overs, never going to be easy.
Yeah.
So it all boils down to, from Mumbai Indian side, how good Bumrah is bowling today. I think if Bumrah is hitting the straps running, then it is going to be very difficult for KKR to capitalize on those last, even if they get to that stage of requiring 75 in the last 5, is going to be very difficult. Another one is Markanday. I think Markanday is going to be the key in the middle overs. Robin Uthappa, that's why very critical for KKR, because he's someone who has been hitting 6s effortlessly to the leg spinners in the middle overs. So they need that game-changing innings in the middle overs. If that doesn't happen, it's going to be a very difficult chase.
He has got 7 proper bowling options, does Rohit Sharma. So it's going to be great. And as Simon is saying, if KKR does get to 211, then you will have seen some fireworks in the next hour and a half. After which, if you're in Kolkata, you're going to see a lot of fireworks all through the night. So that's going to happen. Gentlemen, would you like to call it, or should I just sort of leave it this time?
It's a 1 in 10 chance.
It's a 1 in 10.
It's a 1 in 10. I mean, you chase 210 in 10 games, you'll lose 9 of them.
Oh, there's our KKR fan director who's cartwheeling at the thought of that. He'll take that 1 in 10.
He'll take 1 in 10.
Like, I'll take it.
I'll take 1 in 10.
A chance. A hope, a little ray.
So you're telling me there's a
chance. And you, Zach, are you also saying 1 in 10, or are you saying 1 in 100?
Well, yeah, 1 in 10 is...
1 in 10 is fair. You don't want to break that out too much.
You never know what happens in cricket.
You never know. Okay.
It's a very unpredictable game.
Yeah. Should I just say that KKR will win? Should I just go with that?
Then. Go on.
Yeah?
You and your
just say it.
terracotta top tonight.
You have the instinct, do you think?
Nah. I'm going to go with a 1 in 10 as well.
You're very neutral tonight. No team plays in terracotta, do they?
Where do you think this is terracotta?
Terracotta.
It's khadi.
Who? What?
If KKR
It's
wins
khadi.
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 What is khadi?
It's a traditional Indian fabric that played a great part in our freedom struggle.
Okay. But it's a terracotta colour. Have you seen terracotta?
I didn't know terracotta was a colour. Isn't terracotta a material?
Well, terracotta, you make terracotta pots.
Colour.
Yeah.
Terracotta as a color.
You make terracotta.
No, I'm just wearing a top to match the red table.
Oh, well.
That's it.
So if KKR wins today, let's change the color of the table.
No, that's never happening.
Paint it purple.
I've downgraded it to a 1 in 1,000 chance of that happening for sure. In fact, if somebody comes to the table, I'm wearing this jacket so I can just be there on all fours and they pick me up and take me instead because I shall never leave the grounds. I'm getting emotional now and it's time for my dinner. Might be getting a little cranky as well. So, well, we're going to go and we're going to see you in about 90 minutes. Zach, I never thought you'd do this to me.
That are the chances of KKR winning.
No! You must
Your
not.
red table is safe.
You must not.
Go and watch the game. Go and watch the game. Watch the game.
We'll see you in 90 minutes. We've got some emotional issues to deal with right now. We've got to work through these. We'll see you. Let's talk about this.